Hey guys, and welcome to my bright and shiny new YouTube channel. And of course, a very special shout out and welcome goes to all of you guys who have followed me writing on qoncars.co.za, and of course my Q on Cars column on the carbsandcoffee.co.za website as well. Since without you guys, I probably wouldn't have bothered doing any of this kind of stuff. I don't think anyone really realizes until they've done it how much work goes into doing this kind of articles and the pieces that we write and publish on those websites. And arguably, with video and the steep learning curve that comes with it, there's probably going to be even more work going into this stuff. So you might be asking yourself, what on earth has possessed me to set up a YouTube channel and make all this extra work for myself that I'm not really being paid for? Well, it's actually quite straightforward. You see, the blog has always been a great outlet for me to write about driving in South Africa, road safety, and of course the cars that I've managed to get my hands on over the last couple of years that I've been doing this. But the problem is, as much as print media is dying, the way that people consume their content is rapidly changing and moving more towards a multimedia sort of format. That's to say, either video or podcasts or that kind of thing. Which in a way is sad, because I still enjoy reading. I really enjoy reading articles and looking at really nice photography and that kind of thing. But on the other hand, it does present me with this great opportunity to try and make my own version of a popular little British motoring show on the BBC, which for copyright reasons will remain nameless. So is this going to be a low-budget one-man version of Top Gear? Can I say Top Gear? Well, no, it's not. I'm not planning on making Top Gear. Top Gear is its own thing, and it's great, and I love it. But what I am planning on doing is basing the channel sort of on the ethos of the old Top Gear, before it became cool. That is to say, I'm going to be doing honest car reviews and opinion pieces with good old-fashioned journalistic integrity. And I don't want it to become just another lifestyle channel that's just vaguely car-themed. There's lots of those channels out there, and I don't want to be one of them. So, to that end, I want to sort of start off by asking you guys a favor. If you have a car that is even vaguely interesting, even if it's not interesting and you just want me to roast it for you, but if you have a car that you want me to review on the channel, please get in touch with me via my email address, which is in the video description below. Because getting hold of more and more cars is probably going to be one of the biggest challenges when I'm starting out on this channel. And I have to get hold of different cars, because I can't just do reviews over the same cars over and over again. It's just going to get boring and no one's going to want to watch this. But hang on, I hear you say. Don't you own a car dealership? Well, yes. Journalistic integrity already being tested here, but I'm going to disclose right from the start that yes, I do own a car dealership. And yes, some of the cars that I'm going to feature on the channel will be from my dealership. However, I've already decided that if I ever feature a car from my dealership on this channel, that video will not be released under any circumstances until that car has already been sold and left the premises. That way those cars can still get a full, honest review. I can really tell you what I think about them. I'm not just trying to sell cars on my YouTube channel because, again, there are lots of channels out there like that, and I don't need to be a salesman on these videos, quite frankly. I also actually suspect that those videos are going to turn out to be some of the best and funniest ones that I do, because, if we're being brutally honest here, the dealership kind of deals in the kind of cars that people actually buy and drive. You know, you're talking small family hatchbacks, Buckies and saloon cars and boring stuff. Not exactly my kind of car. I'm a petrol head through and through, so I'm far more interested in stuff like sports cars and GT cars and classics and track day monsters. So it's quite likely that I may not end up liking any of the cars from my dealership when I review them. So to round off this little introduction video that I'm doing today, I thought it's probably a good idea to give you guys a quick tour of what's in my garage at the moment, just so you know what's in the stable and you know what kind of thing I'm into, as well as what kind of video might be coming up in the near future, because obviously the cars that I own are the ones that are easiest to get hold of to do videos. So first up we have my Harper Type 6 project car. The Type 6 is one of Craig Harper's designs, a guy out in Cormicky who designs and builds these. And they are available either as a turnkey car from the factory or in a kit form, which is what I've done with mine. Currently there are about 20 Harper sports cars in existence, most of which are registered for road use. But mine is one of only 3 Type 6s. Behind my Harper in the garage is my current weekend toy, which I've had for almost 3 years now. It's a very low mileage 2004 BMW E85 Z4 with the M54 B30 3-litre straight-six engine, and crucially, it has a proper 3-pedal manual gearbox. I spent a lot of time looking for a manual 3-litre because I just can't see the point of an automatic sports car. But they seem to be really scarce in South Africa. You just can't find them. And when you do find one, the vast majority of them have been abused or just trashed, and they're just not great anymore. You know, they're more projects than cars. And I actually ended up looking at quite a few of them and just walking away from the deals because they weren't good enough to be my car. And the one that I ended up buying, I bought sight unseen. I never saw the car. The dealership that I bought it from in Johannesburg sent me pictures of it. They sent me video clips of it. But I never actually saw the car until the transporter dropped it off in Cape Town and I went and picked it up. It was as described. The dealership actually were very fair in its description. They told me exactly where there were little marks on the car. But the car is pretty much, to all intents and purposes, perfect. It's mechanically solid. It's been fantastic over the last couple of years that I've had it, and I've absolutely loved it. But I am currently umming and eyeing and thinking about possibly selling that car. Next to my BMW is an empty space at the moment, but that's normally filled with my wife's car, which is a 2015 Hyundai iX35 with a 2-litre petrol engine and a 6-speed automatic gearbox. It's really not my kind of car. As a sort of comfortable and reasonably economical way of moving the family and all of our kit along, it's a pretty good bus, basically. It'll never set your hair on fire, but it's always done everything that we've asked of it, and it's done it pretty reliably and without giving us any kind of issues. It's been a pretty good car as far as family cars go. Then finally, if we take a look outside on the driveway, we have a 2013 Hyundai i10, which I can't say too much about in this video because it is actually stock from my dealership. It's sitting in my driveway because I usually take one of the dealership cars as a sort of daily driver, and I happen to have this one at the time at the time that I'm filming this. If we move back into the garage, you can see that things on this side of the space is a little messy at the moment, but I might post something in the near future about what my plans are for the space. I have a big toolbox trolley that's coming in. And I have some plans about moving the shelving that's stuck on the wall here. I might put up some kind of workbench, some kind of folding workbench maybe. I haven't quite decided, but I'll post and update you guys as and when that happens. Now if you look carefully, you can see that this used to be a 4-car garage, but I actually sacrificed one of the parking spaces for my other passion, which is music. I built a small recording studio in this space, which is actually where I'm sitting right now filming this video. I use the space to write music, to record my music, to just play around and jam in here. I've got a big sound system set up next door in the live room, which is fantastic. I just love making a hell of a lot of noise in here when I need to vent some frustration, for example. And yeah, it's just a great space for me to sort of vent and obviously store all of my gear. I've got a lot of audio equipment and guitars and drums and microphones and stands and speakers and stuff. It's a lot of stuff that just needed a space to actually sit where I can actually use it. So the studio makes a lot of sense for me. But one of my aims with this channel as well is actually to use the music that I write and record in here in all of the videos. So instead of using the sort of standard YouTube library of music, my plan is actually to record all of the music that I use on the channel in here. So if you hear music in the videos with the cars that you like, please comment on it, because it'll be music that I've recorded and written myself, and all of it done in here. And that's basically all I've got for you guys today. I want to ask you to please subscribe to the channel. I know today was an introduction and it's probably not that interesting for you, but please subscribe to the channel. And the other thing, I want to beg you guys to please comment on stuff. Whether you're commenting on the cars or the music or my general lack of video editing skills, anything. I just want everyone to start a conversation, to start our own little YouTube community of people who are like-minded and talk to each other and discuss cars and the stuff we can do with them. The more comments I get, the more I know how to tailor the channel and the content to give you guys the kind of videos that you want to see, which is obviously in everyone's best interest. So please comment on the videos, interact with us, and let me know what you want to see. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope to be back soon with more interesting content, perhaps something with a car or two in it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.